One of my favorite places to dine and this morning to brunch is the Rose Bar. The atmosphere, the people, the food, the desserts, all so fabulous. And we'll be telling you about all of this on this edition of Going Places. Don't you want to come along? Yeah, you do. Rarely do we have an opportunity to get together. So I thought it was about time. We need to celebrate our numbers. We're doing really well in the ratings on Saturday morning, and we haven't been together since the launch party. So on this episode, Jeffrey Stewart Huggins, Kathy Times, Charles Valai, James Zarnick, and Reggie Roundtree come together with me to spend a little time going places. The Rose Bar right here in South Tampa. Don't you want to come along? Who's in the kitchen? Reggie Roundtree is helping cook up something that ties into his fishtails. Take a look.
Chef Rodrigo, I am in the kitchen at the Rose Bar. You won't see this anywhere else but right here. Am I right?
That's right.
Cool run-ins, brother. Let's go. Let's cook some fish.
All right. The first thing we do is we lime our fish. So,
Oh, nice red snapper.
yeah. So I'm gonna actually, it came from the market without
Right.
being scaled. We intended on it being
That's all right.
scaled. So I do apologize about that. It's a very quick process. All righty. And we're gonna bring our snapper back to our cutting board.
All right.
The first thing we're gonna do is prep the fish so that it's easier to cook throughout.
Right.
And the way that we do that is by cutting slits in the fish, which is referred to a term that is referred to as scoring.
Uh-huh.
And this is what helps the fish cook and fry throughout a little faster.
Right.
At the same time, we use those same scores to embed flavor in the fish.
All the seasoning and everything.
Yes. So that it's cooked throughout. So the first thing we do is take a lime
Uh-huh.
and we cut the lime and we give it a squeeze over our fish.
It's to break it down and tenderize.
Tenderize, break down, and marinate at the same time because this bad boy gets cooked right away. And then I have my fish seasoning up there to the left if you'd like to grab that for
This
me.
one here?
Certainly.
Oh, Reggie got the secret stuff.
The snapper seasoning.
I'm telling you. Nobody else got this.
Rose Bar exclusive, believe me.
There you go.
All right, so I'm gonna go in our snapper seasoning and I'm gonna pour a little out so that we don't cross-contaminate the rest of our seasoning.
Right.
And then I'm gonna hand rub the
Just
fish.
put it right on in there.
Yeah, just get it right inside so that we can season this baby up. He looks just as exotic sitting on the plate.
I know that's right. Now the scoring helps the seasoning get deep into the meat because it's going to cook so quickly, right?
It does indeed. And I'm going to season the cavity as well as both sides of the fish. And the way that we'll fry this is we'll go ahead and sit it up in the basket best we can.
Right.
Because we want a swimming effect from the fish when he comes out on the
He
plate.
ain't swimming no more. He
We're going to give the illusion like he's still in
is
the
not
sea.
swimming anymore. He's going to swim in this fried.
Exactly. So
Oh,
we're
here we
ready
go.
to go ahead and take him down.
All right. All right, let's go. All right. Just kind of set him up in there.
We're going to just sit him up in there so that he can set up this same way when we get ready to serve him.
Right.
And then we're going to drop him right in.
Drop him down. Boom. Now, how long does he stay with the drop?
We drop him about 10 to 12 minutes at the most.
Okay.
I check him in between and flip him around so that I can make sure he's thoroughly cooked.
Right.
And again, he's standing up on the plate. I want to move him to a position where that form is easy to keep.
Right. Now, the thing is, we're behind the scenes here at the Rose Bar, but you're not going to tell me what's in that secret.
That seasoning, yeah, that's a secret.
You're not
I
telling
can't
a
tell
word.
you.
I get a chance to see you do it, but there's some special stuff in that.
There's
in that seasoning.
definitely, and you'll taste that.
Right.
Yes, certainly.
Plating is everything.
Plating is everything.
No matter how
in the
good your
restaurant.
food is, if it's not visually appealing,
Yes.
people are like, but you got them standing up.
Yeah, I got them standing up, and the thing that, and what you said about that is, that's the first thing people do is they see with their eyes.
Oh yeah, they look.
And so that the visibility, the visuals need to be there.
It's got to be attractive. Nobody wants no ugly fish. Oh, look at there. Look at that.
All right, so we're going to garnish them with the
right.
pickling, the escovitch.
Oh, look at that. What is that, like pickled vegetables?
These
and
are
peppers?
pickled vegetables, carrots,
Carrots,
peppers, and
peppers.
habanero peppers and onions. And these actually add the flavor to
Oh,
the
you gonna
fish,
light
the
it up,
snapper. And we call it escovitch.
Right.
And as you can see,
Outstanding.
now all we're missing is an orchid and service.
Boom. Money.
Yes. And as a matter of fact, the customer is waiting, I know.
Which one?
So did somebody call for an orchid?
Yes, I
Orchid.
did. Thank you very much.
Where did we go, Chef?
We can plate it right there at the edge of the plate.
Okay, right there.
There we are.
So when you normally say order up,
Now who gets this one?
that's one.
One rose bar snapper on deck.
Order up.
Order up! If you don't order up, I'm gonna order in right now.
So when we come back,
Yeah,
Kathy
it's
Thompson's
only
gonna
got the
talk.
seafood
What?
dip only
Yes,
has
I want the
fish
snapper.
and shrimp.
no, it's not time to eat yet. We're gonna eat it in
And
a
it
minute.
say
Okay.
seafood. It's right there.
Kathy Times.
One of
talks
them,
to
the top of
owners
the bottom
Rose Bar.
is
When we
seafood
come back,
dip.
as Going Place continues right after this. Great job, Reggie.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Arlene. Welcome to Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. What's your coffee saying? Whether in for business or just getting away, let Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks be a part of your day. A place for you to come and share thoughts and spirit through a cup of coffee. Come and enjoy with us here at Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Enjoy life one cup at a time.
Yes, this is an iconic location. And I understand, sir, that you are starting to make some iconic drinks.
We're really proud of our beverage program.
Tell me about this.
well-
What are we looking at?
Well, right now we have a few of our signature cocktails. So if you come down to Rose Bar Tampa, you're going to find our Colin Calo. All of these things celebrate Tampa Bay history, culture. We have a New York sour. This is called our Greyhound. But all of these things are all about symbolizing art and history in Tampa Bay. Also, we're really big on immune boosting ingredients. So what you'll find inside here is everything we find are naturally sourced, locally raised. We get strawberries from local farms here. We get grapefruit from local farms here. We actually go out and take our staff to have a chance to go to these farms and pick with them and get a chance to understand how these farmers raise their produce. Again, we're using turmeric and ginger and things of that nature and of course citrus. To make sure that when we're presenting a cocktail, we're doing it with love and concern, because we open this understanding that we're at a different place than we were this time last year. And it's important to make sure that we're taking the guest and consumers' concern and health in mind while we're doing what we love to do and making fine cocktails.
So let's put a fine point on that. You're making great cocktails with great fresh ingredients. We're looking at some of them here, but I'm going to put you to the test now, my man.
All right, all
You're
right.
going to have to make me a French martini.
Challenge. All right. Well, let's start with always, you have to have a chilled glass.
Yes,
right?
sir.
So when you're doing a martini, start with a chilled glass. In my shaker, I'm going to do a little bit of all craft vodka. I'm doing a little bit of fresh squeezed pineapple juice.
This is what makes it French, right?
That is what makes it French.
All right.
A little raspberry bitters.
Nice. What is that? Raspberry?
Raspberry bitters.
Bitters.
So we actually
Raspberry
make our own
bitters.
bitters
Oh, you
as
do?
well. So you'll find everything.
Do you use that in a Manhattan as well, or do you reserve it for this?
We do use it, and we have we call a 400 Manhattan. So we have a couple different style Manhattans that we use. But
I'm going to have to taste one of those.
We're going to have to do
I'm
that.
gonna have to taste one of
Don't
those.
threaten me with a good time.
Yeah.
All right. So and the key is, and a lot of times when you're doing a cocktail, it's a lot about experience in the show and all in the shake, right? So we got a good shake on it.
All right. I think the ladies would like it.
All right. Then we're gonna pop you all off of here. Go with the strainer, bring it right in, perfect perfection into my pour.
Very, very nice. I'm getting all fancy schmancy on me.
And the way you finish it off
Oh,
is with a delicious raspberry French martini.
nice job, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
My
for having
pleasure.
us. Looks delicious.
Thank you for being here.
And you know something? I'm going to drink it.
Well, I might have to have one with you.
All right.
Cheers
This is
to
the
you.
French Martini at the Rose Bar, Soho. Cheers. Fruity.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, it's good
Fun
stuff.
stuff. All right. It's actually really it's one of our most approachable cocktails. Super female friendly. We have a lot of things that are kind of complex on the menu. Like there's one called, our no passport required. It actually features a mango and pineapple floating salsa served with a tortilla chip that you have to eat through the salsa to get to the cocktail.
Oh.
Some of those things aren't always as necessarily approachable. Our New York sour, which is a whiskey sour topped off with wine. Again, we feature all local wines. We have wine on
This
tap,
one- this is
cocktails
which
on
one
tap.
now?
This is the New York sour.
Okay,
It's my favorite cocktail.
I'm going
right
to have
now.
to taste this. That was what, a blueberry?
No, that's a Luxardo cherry.
Wow.
So it's a dark black cherry.
Wow.
So you drinking without me? Is that what you're doing?
Taste that, buddy.
Let's see.
I already ate
So
the,
and it's two drinks in one, right? So you're tasting it from the top. Now taste it from the bottom.
From the bottom.
While the straw is at the bottom. You get two different flavors
Wait a
in the
minute,
drink.
wait a minute. You don't get to do it alone. You Bogart.
This is not for Saturday morning. But it is good for Saturday night.
Yeah.
We'll be back right
All
after
right,
this.
all right.
Excellent. So we're here at Rose Bar. We're in the kitchen. I'm here with Chef Rodrigo, and we are making dessert. There was going to be, we have a variety of desserts. So Rodrigo, how many desserts do you have here?
Here at the Rose Bar, we have 5 different desserts, and we play on some of the local favorites like sweet potato cheesecake, pineapple, as well as one of our favorites here, as you can see, the banana fried cheesecake. So we've taken a twist on the burrito type scenario, and we went ahead and stuffed it with the dessert and made it delicious.
So it's a banana cheesecake burrito.
Correct.
That sounds fantastic.
So it's fried banana cheesecake is how we call it.
Fried banana cheesecake. That's awesome. And then we also have a triple chocolate mousse. Is that what I'm
Triple layer chocolate mousse.
Triple layer chocolate mousse.
And we're going to work with you today to see how you can play, to see what your plating game is.
All right, let's do it. Let's see if I got game on the dessert plating.
Certainly, Jeffrey. Go ahead and take the triple layer mousse
Okay,
and
right.
try to plate it in the center of the plate.
Gotcha. Okay, so we got the drizzle here on the plate.
We've already drizzled the plate.
That's awesome. So I take this very carefully
Certainly.
and I set it right here. And we got our gloves on, so we're being safe.
Certainly.
Did I place that okay?
It looks beautiful.
Center plate. Okay.
Center plate.
That's perfect.
And
All right.
you can go ahead and place the strawberry just at the edge of it, facing the diagonal corner.
I got you. Okay, and that's going to go not on the dessert, but in front of the dessert, like
Correct.
this. Okay, that's awesome.
To the side. That is perfect.
Hey, I get good at this.
So if you grab one of the mint garnishes out.
Right, okay. And now, so you said earlier, we were talking about it, and you said pick out one that looks really good.
Yes.
And this has got a lot of stuff.
That has
so
a lot of
maybe
stuff
not
on
that.
it,
Maybe this one
because
has a better look.
Because of the way it splits, it just sticks out
See,
a little elegant.
I got a good look here. Just the right. And this is what? This is mint?
This is mint.
Mint.
Yes.
Okay, and what I'm going to do with the mint?
So basically, we're going to go ahead and place it right at the edge of the dessert.
Gotcha. And then you place
And then go ahead and get some of this raspberry drizzle.
Okay.
And drizzle it over the side.
And I'm going to start
cover
here.
this area and go
Just
right over the
that
side.
one little side.
Yes.
I'm not going to go the whole dessert.
Not the whole dessert.
Okay, let's see if I did this right. Ooh. So just kind of like this.
Beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful.
Hey, I drizzled okay.
And then we'll take an orchid, garnish the other side, and we'll go ahead and serve it.
All right, so I'm going to open up the orchids. Again, probably have to pick just the right orchid, right?
And that looks beautiful.
Is that a big one? Oh, see? Hey, I got this down now. So here we go. Okay. So I'm going to take this, and this goes.
Just tuck it, tuck the this part right
little stem
under. The
underneath.
stem right under, yes.
Just slide it under. And I want a little bit of that petal up on. Ooh, maybe that wasn't good. Did I do okay?
Yeah, you did.
I have a little bit of that dessert on the petal, and people aren't going to notice that.
It's going to be delicious.
Awesome. Okay. And so at this point, have I plated this much like a restaurant?
You plated it the same way that we would serve it, Jeffrey.
That's fantastic. Look at that. All right. And then we have the triple chocolate mousse.
Yes.
Did I say that right?
You said it right. That's
Okay.
our triple
And then
chocolate.
we have the deep fried banana cheesecake burrito.
I've had both,
Yeah?
and they are really, really
Oh my God. I can't even wait to try it at this point. So we talked about the
wait. You're gonna have to wait.
until I have something else to eat first. I get it. Dessert last.
Dessert last, sir.
We've talked about all the desserts, Rick. He's showed me how to plate. Apparently I haven't ruined it, and so we're ready to serve.
Do not try this at home. Come to the Rose Bar instead. We'll be back right after this. So that's what real style looks like. Ricardo's West Shore Plaza.
You opened up in the middle of a pandemic. Of course, it's working out for you, but tell me the wow moments. January, the beginning of the year, a lot of uncertainty.
It was. The gift and the curse was, of course, it's in the middle of a pandemic, but the great part about it was Super Bowl was coming to town. And so there was a lot of excitement. As things were starting to open back up in the city, I think what helped us was so many people had been locked down for so long. There was an excitement to get out. We were something new. And so I think it kind of opened the door for people to kind of want to see, to actually get out and want to see what's going on. And you have a lot of people that can travel from other places, the Super Bowl and stuff like that going on. So it was the perfect storm, perfect fun. And everything worked out. It was definitely, a little nervous, anxiousness. But in all, we were blessed. There's a lot of stuff that, as individuals you want to take credit for, but the fact of the matter is, we were truly blessed and we're prepared to take advantage of the opportunity.
Absolutely.
I think there was uniquely an opportunity as well that we came about also not only the pandemic, but literally in the middle of a civil injustice upheaval. That's right. I mean, riots were going on in Tampa and across the country, of course. But to be the first Black-owned business on South Howard in Hyde Park, coming out of that moment where people felt like they needed to get out, there was definitely an intentional effort to support that we can't take any credit for, other than being able to be here. Conceptually, design-wise, who we are, and people felt there was an excitement about being able to come support us in what we were doing, and that was, I think, another unique aspect about the timing in which we opened that helped propel us to where we are today.
And Baye, that's a central theme of why the restaurant and park exists. You were telling me you want to make sure that this is a social experiment of sorts, that people come here, they aren't strangers when they leave. Let's talk about that, and as well as the great food.
We believe conceptually that food is a conduit to relationships, and beverages are social lubricants, and we provided an environment where anybody from any walk of life should be able to come in here and leave inspired by something. When we say fusion, fusion means concrete and velvet, wood and metal, Mona Lisa and Gucci, salmon egg rolls with collard greens, right? So we take and embrace all the countries that all the cultures that represent Tampa Bay. Latin culture, Asian culture, French, Italian, Caribbean, down home Southern country feel, right? And mix that together and present it in an elegant fashion where we consider naturally raised aspects as much as possible, locally sourced as much as possible, celebrating the local heroes on the menu. So this is a lot more about Tampa than it is about us.
Love that. That's so powerful. Donnie, tell me about the art. I see a little bit of Prince, I see a little bit of Madonna.
Yeah, just as Baye was speaking on, this is a fusion that meets, this is a middle ground for all fusion. So this is a place, or avenue rather, that many artists from Tampa can express themselves in different ways. So as you look around the room, you see all the art, you see different expressions of Tampa. So you'll see Mona Lisa with the Gucci, you may see a bedazzled painting. You go to the bathroom, you see hip-hop artists dressed up in very royal garb. It's all different fusions happening. And not only that, we give people and talented people from Tampa the avenue to express themselves and bring their own art in and sell it. And this is a place where you can come and just get hip to something that you may not have crossed a different path. Or another artist, they may not know where they can showcase their art. We want to be the first ones to highlight people who may not have the spotlight on them previously.
Thank you, gentlemen. Congratulations. Last question, do you have a favorite menu item?
It depends on what day of the week it is. Because I would say our bows, our Philly bow, or salmon bow, or next week I may love the brunch menu more.
Sean?
Anything seafood related. I like all the seafood.
Our celebrity crab fries are something you won't find anywhere else. Again, it's a very 100% unique creation to Rose Bar Tampa. Also, like our Asian steamed bao buns, I think truly represent our intercontinental fusion, where on those plates you'll see the combination of Latin, classic American, French, and Asian cuisine on a plate. And so those are the things I would say would happen. If I had to pick a favorite, you're going to force me to pick a favorite, Kathy, I would say those things because they really are indicative of who we are.
We're doing a new segment when we have an opportunity to get together. It's called 6 on the Go, so you know. So it's feel-good stories. It's the things that have made you go, this week. And ladies first. Go, Kathy.
Watching juveniles vax that thing up video made me laugh out loud.
Okay. So, Charles.
Yes, sir.
You're next.
For my birthday, my mom took me to a restaurant in Tarpon Springs, and you guys know all about Tarpon Springs. It was a big deal when I was a boy, when all of us were younger. But if you guys remember in the 90s, it sort of turned into a ghost town, and it almost dried up because there was no fresh blood, there was no new ideas. Well, when I went for my birthday, there are wall-to-wall people at the sponge docks for the first time in a long time. And I mean, when I say people, I mean New York crowded sidewalk, shoulder to shoulder. Coming to life again. And it's because the millennials and Gen Z are shunning big box stores, big box marketers for independent hometown stores and shops, and I think it's fascinating, and the growth is incredible, and it reminds me of my childhood. So I'm going to go back there, and we're going to talk about what is making Tarpon Springs come back.
Everybody welcome Reggie Roundtree to the table. Not only is he
Happy
going
to be
fishing,
here. I got some fishing segments that I want to share with you guys. Got some golfing segments, and also some behind the scenes kitchen cooking segments. But to echo, it's so good to see parts of our community start to come back. And the thing is, it's extremely important, folks. Get your vaccination just to get yourself protected and to protect your loved ones and protect those around you.
So we can get back out into the street and do stuff like this.
Like we're doing now.
Right.
You know, but it's just, I'm just really glad to be a part.
And we're glad to have you, sir.
With you guys. I'm doing some different things. Wait until you see the cooking segment here at the Rose Bar. I am all up in the chef stuff to find out how it works. So I'm glad to be a part.
I've been, you guys have all had these stories of great things going on. I don't have enough time in the day. My girlfriend, I'm going to be a first-time father.
Congratulations.
So that is the most exciting thing that I got going on right now, and a lot of time is make sure I'm doing the right thing by her to make sure she's doing well and she's happy and she's got everything she needs.
Happy wife, happy life. All right, go ahead.
That's the best feel-good story ever.
Congratulations.
Yay.
So here's my feel-good piece, right? So I love community theater. We were talking about being local, and being local is key. And so we have a local theater group, Stageworks, which is coming back. So post-COVID, they're starting up their new season. They've got something coming out called Sylvia. They're opening this weekend, which is fantastic. I'm going to be out there. We're going to get other folks to get out there as well. And I think it's nice. We've gotten to that point where people are masking up still, right? It's not a mandatory thing, but it sure is helpful. And they're doing that at the theater, so they're doing it in a safe way, but they're bringing people back. And I love community theater, and we like to spend time there.
So my good news is this, that for the past 3 weeks, the little show that could is, we have been at the top of our game every single week. This past week, we tied with number 1. So we are doing this thing. At the launch party, we talked about what? Moving the needle. We're doing it. And so I couldn't do this without you, but we couldn't do this without you.
Right.
We are grateful. So here's to you. Here's to what we do. As
Here's
we
to
continue
going
to go
places.
Exactly.
Going
Don't you want to go? I'm sure you do. We'll see you from the Rose Bar. Thanks to everybody here today. We'll see you next time. Take care.